Hi there, this is Ranjith from tech2bus.com, and yes, I have this iPhone 5 with me, and this is the iPhone 5. And first I want to thank Faisal Communications for providing this unit for testing. And before I open the phone, let me just give you a physical overview. And if you notice, the iPhone 5 is not very different from the iPhone 4S, but it's a lot longer, and the width hasn't been changed. The width is same, so the first impressions that I got, it's a very tall phone, and it fits in the hand very comfortably because the width hasn't been increased. But I would have loved to have a width to be increased a little bit because it just feels a very tall phone. And there are some subtle differences on the back. Actually, we do not have that glass back that we found in the iPhone 4 or the 4S. Here we have the aluminum back, but this top and the bottom portion still have glass, this one and this one. And the camera is again 8 megapixel, but it has been improved according to Apple. And the front again is the same as we have seen in the iPhone 4S. Again, the sides are also the same. And moving towards the bottom, again changes are here. The 3.5mm headphone jack is now at the bottom, and the pin connector that we have, a 30 pin, is changed, and this is the new lightning connector that Apple likes to call. And on this side again nothing else but, and here we have the tray for the nano SIM. Yes, this iPhone 5 does not accept the micro SIM but nano SIM, so you need to cut your SIM or get a nano SIM from your service provider to use with this phone. And again, to give you an overview, this is the first original iPhone, and actually I'll just keep this iPhone over the same, and if you notice, the width hasn't been changed, it's just the height that has been increased. Obviously the iPhone 5 is a lot slimmer. As you can see, it's pretty slim. And let me now bring my Galaxy Nexus phone. This sports a 4.65 inch screen, and I'm just going to place the iPhone 5 over the same. And if you do that, again you can see, actually it is the Galaxy Nexus is not that big. I would say just an inch or so taller. And on the width wise, this Galaxy Nexus has a tapered design, so at this end it is slimmer, but if you go towards the back, definitely the iPhone 5 is slimmer. So let me just switch on this iPhone. And I have already switched it on earlier to activate the same. And again, at the back it does not specify anything, it just says iPhone. It doesn't specify that it's iPhone 5. And out of the box, the iPhone 5 comes preloaded with iOS 6. At a first glance, you won't find a much difference, but the main difference between iPhone 5 and iPhone 4 is that we have this one extra row of icons. We have actually 5 rows of icons on the iPhone 5 compared to the old iPhones that had just 4. And again, most of the apps are very similar. Obviously, the Maps app has been changed. Also, YouTube you won't find preloaded. You have to download it from the market. And I'm connected to Wi-Fi, so just let me fire up the browser, and I'm loading the Engadget website to just show you how fast it loads. And as you can see, how fast it loaded the Engadget site. This is one of the articles. Let me just go back to the home page. And again, as you can see, it loads the web pages lightningly fast. Again, the display is also very crisp as expected. It's a retina display. The resolution has been increased, and the aspect ratio actually is now 16:9. And but one little con that I have is, let me just show you that in the web browsing that I noticed right away was, let this page load. It's loaded now. When I just scroll, it just stops after scrolling one page. I would like that it scrolls to the top or the bottom of the page, but it's not doing like that. I'm not very sure if you have a setting, but I find it kind of annoying on very long pages. I do know that you can just hit this time button on the web browser and it'll take you to the top of the page, but let's say I won't go to the bottom. I have to scroll and scroll. But again, pinch to zoom as expected is excellent, very buttery smooth, and we do get Siri. Let me try that. Oops. And let me try. What's the height of Mount Everest?
Checking my sources.
And as you can see,
Okay, here you go.
and it displayed that. So Siri is there, and supposedly Siri is much more intelligent on this iOS 6. And again, the typing again is great. This keyboard, I always love the iPhone keyboards, and it's the same. Also, let's have a quick look at the camera. It's 8 megapixel camera, and it also has a flash. And let me just place this, and let us just quickly fire the camera app. Apple says that the camera has become a little bit faster. I'm just going to cancel all the settings, and I'm just going to tap on this, and indeed it's pretty fast. And let us try it once more. And do note that this is in completely artificial lighting, and again the pictures, as you can see, came out to be pretty sharp. I'll test the camera a little bit more, but initial impressions, the camera looks very good. Actually, the iPhone 4S camera also was one of the best camera phones, and the tradition goes on. There's one improvement, and that is with the front-facing camera. Now, with FaceTime, you can do in HD, that is 720p. So that's one improvement. One more thing is that the iPhone 5 will feel a lot lighter if you are used to the iPhone 4S. The iPhone 4S was pretty heavy, but I'm comparing it with my Galaxy Nexus, and I would say it is feels similar in weight. So that's it for now for this first looks at this iPhone 5.